Hello and welcome back to another scaling style video. I really hope you guys are enjoying the back and forth between scaling and lore based videos. But anyway, today I thought it might be fun to try and rank the different members of Tuned. Now for those who don't know what the Tuned are, I have made a video explaining them, so I recommend you watch that first. But basically the AR Tuned series were the secret agents of the GIB serving the interests of Typhires, or Zalem depending on the translation. Alita was the first member of the Tuned, but by the end of the Barjack War, 13 Tuned were made in total, although at present we only know about 7 of them, and today we'll be ranking them from weakest to strongest. In dead last we have AR-4, the Alita variant that had tried to flee with Figure 4 during the flashbacks near the end of the manga. Now we don't know much about AR-4, but her showings are absolutely garbage, as she gets killed by Setch in like 2 panels without putting up any real level of resistance. Now maybe you could argue Setch is just that good, but AR-4 just seems to be kinda trash, and there's just no way you can argue she places any higher on this list. Next up is one of my favorites in AR-10 in 6th place. The coolest Tuned in terms of design. I mean, can we just take a moment to appreciate this design? So she's really interesting, as theoretically her flight gives her far more mobility than any of the other Tuned, and her ability to block low caliber firearms with her steel wing bolsters her defenses greatly. The problem with her is that we only ever see her tangling with fodder Barjack soldiers, and her biggest issue was her overconfidence, as she ultimately did die because she would allow herself to be distracted by Mr. Buick over there, which allowed Fury the dog to take her out in one fell swoop. I mean, unironically dog level. On top of that, her own gun is kind of meh, because it did take out the Barjack soldiers, but it failed to one-shot Buick. And unless you're telling me the cameraman over there is Alita level, that's kind of crummy. Okay, this is where the Tuned actually start getting strong. I know you guys are gonna kill me before this, but Tuned Alita is the 5th place spot. Meanwhile, AR-2 is the 4th place spot. And given they only have one fight, we might as well cover both. Here's the blatant truth of it. Without Lau literally shooting the computers and destabilizing AR-2 at the last moment, Alita would have died, no doubt about it. Alita herself admits this many times during the fight. Now, whilst you might argue perhaps that, what happens in the Granite Inn, which is still Tuned Alita, might carry Alita over the edge, the thing is, primarily Alita learns to master her mind to resist Nova's hacking, but her actual combat skill doesn't really improve. And not only that, AR-2 beat Alita so badly and decisively, I don't even think whatever minor amps post-Granite Inn Alita may have gotten would have saved her here. The 3rd, 2nd, and 1st place positions are weird. On a one-on-one basis, AR-6, aka Setch, would be by far the strongest of the Tuned, as she was the one who hunted down and killed all the other Tuned, and was more than a match for Imagino's 1.0 Alita later in Typhires. However, that said, Setch did lose to AR-11 and 12, aka Elf and Zwolf, who worked together to bring her down. And given the twins always fight together as a unit, I kinda have to put Setch in 3rd place, and Elf and Zwolf as a duo in 1st place. Which is weird to say, as Elf and Zwolf are by far the weakest members of the Space Angels by the time the tournament rolls around, but that's how the cookie crumbles. If you want to put Setch in 1st place in terms of individual achievements, however, I really wouldn't blame you. But that's my list. If you don't agree with me, or you do agree with me, or what may have you, please leave it in the comments down below. Until then, I leave you till the next video.